Hi guys, it's me Annie and I'm back with another video. Welcome to Annie's Creations. Today I'm in my kitchen and I'm going to be making a chicken pot pie with puff pastry. That is one of my favorite meals, and tonight we're going to have chicken pot pie, and I love to use the puff pastry because it's crispy and crunchy and golden and buttery and delicious. So let's start cooking. I'll be dicing up 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery, and I will peel and dice up 1 potato. In my Dutch oven, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of butter. This is about 2 tablespoons. I'm eyeballing it. So now I just want this butter to melt. Now once the butter is melted, add your chopped onions and celery. Now we'll just saute the onions and the celery until it's nice and soft. The onions and the celery is now soft. I sauteed it for about 3 minutes. And now I'm just going to add some garlic. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic. If you want to use fresh garlic, you can crush up 2 cloves of garlic. And I will saute this for 1 more minute. Now I've sauteed the garlic into the onion and celery. I'm ready to add 2 tablespoons of flour. I will mix this continuously until it forms a paste-like consistency. You want to make sure to mix the flour in nicely because no one wants flour clumps in their chicken pot pie. Now you can see the flour has cooked a bit and it's like a paste-like consistency. You are ready to add the chicken broth and the cream. I am adding 1.5 cups of chicken broth. And I'll be adding 1 cup of cream. Mix that through and bring to a simmer. The pot is coming to a light simmer and I will let it simmer for 3 minutes. The pot has been simmering for 3 minutes and the sauce is starting to thicken. Now I'm going to be adding the potatoes. And I will let the potatoes simmer in the sauce for another 5 minutes. You want the potatoes to be a little bit soft. It has boiled now for about 6 minutes and the potatoes are becoming soft. So it's time now to add the chicken and the vegetables. I've got 3 cups of shredded cooked chicken that I made in the Instant Pot. And the broth, the chicken broth that I put in is also the broth that came from cooking this chicken. So I'm using all of it in my chicken pot pie tonight. So I mix in the chicken. You can see how creamy this is. So that's 3 cups of shredded cooked chicken into my big Dutch oven pot. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of frozen veg. I'll be adding 2 cups of mixed frozen veg to the pot. And this is about 2 cups worth of frozen vegetables. Now I'll just mix that through. This will make a lovely filling for our chicken pot pie tonight. And it's so easy. You can also use rotisserie chicken or even canned chicken for this recipe. It all works out just fine. After you've mixed in your vegetables, now you want to season the filling. First, we'll give it a dash of paprika. This is all to taste. So you just use how much or how little you want. Give it a dash of pepper. A dash of garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. And I'm also adding some vegetable spice or vegetable seasoning. This is a South African blend, but you can use any vegetable seasoning you like. Add about a teaspoon of parsley. Add about a teaspoon of thyme. Mix these seasonings through. And this will give the filling a very nice flavor. I will leave my pot on low heat while I preheat my oven to 200 degrees Celsius. That's 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to prepare the pastry for the pie dish. I am just spraying the bottom of my casserole dish with some cooking spray so that the pastry won't stick to it. For my pastry, I am using ready rolled puff pastry. So I'll just be placing it inside the casserole dish. I lay my pastry down inside the casserole dish. using enough pastry just to cover the bottom of the dish. And now the pastry is ready. I can place the filling inside. I scoop the nice filling onto the pastry, and I'm using puff pastry, not pie pastry, because I love the flakiness of puff pastry. Spread your filling as evenly as you can. And this recipe makes enough chicken pot pie to feed 6 people for dinner. And because we are only 3, we will be having leftovers tomorrow night. So this dinner will serve us for 2 nights. Now that the filling is on top of the base pastry, you are ready to place the pastry on top. Place your pastry nicely on top and make sure to cover all of your chicken pot pie. I cut these little slits on top to help the steam escape while the pie is baking. Beat 1 egg that we are going to use as an egg wash on top of the pastry. Just brush the egg on top of your puff pastry. This will bake it to a wonderful golden brown. And now your chicken pot pie is ready for the oven. Bake this in a preheated oven of 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. The puff pastry is beautifully done and we are ready to eat. Chicken pot pie. There you go. Look at that beautiful chicken pot pie. Nice and golden brown on top. And the pastry is so crispy. That's why I like the puff pastry. We are going to have a lovely dinner tonight. Baking this chicken pot pie was so easy and I hope you give it a go. So this is all I've got for you today and I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you next time. Bye for now.